Everyone, it's Kirei here for Bramble Fox, and I have a brand new layout using a number of the new sets that are available in the shop now. I'm also working with the very autumnal Bella Boulevard One Fall Day collection, and I've just pulled out a couple of pattern papers. They're quite subtle in the orange and that deep green. And my idea was to sort of create this vertical design with all of my photos because I have 10 photos. I'm going with my multi-photo layout as I've been doing. Apologies about my moving things around. I'm actually away, just as a caveat, and that's my video moves a little bit because my filming arm is sort of just in front of me, and anything that slides or it just move. So yeah, and I've realized that I've just cut the bottom of my layout off when I've been sort of configuring where my camera sits above me. So apologies, but that's, yeah, I'm away. Okay, stuck that down, then realize it's wrong because the distressed edge is on the inner. Okay, I've just ripped that, but that's okay because it's going to be covered up anyway. So quick stick of that down, and then I can get this strip back stuck down, obviously bringing in my trusty T-square to make sure it's nice and straight. Now, this actually, I don't think was that straight, because when I stick my photos down, which you'll see in a moment, it goes from a slightly narrower green bit at the top and slightly wider at the bottom. However, I didn't worry too much because I knew I was going to be covering up that side quite a lot. So it's okay. So yeah, so sometimes I don't always get it completely perfect. So yeah, you can already see it now with me sticking those photos down. When I'm looking at the video, I'm thinking, Kiri, what were you doing? But anyway, it's fine. Yeah, so I've got 5 photos here, and I've gone slightly over the edges, and I will trim those off, and then I will get another 5 down on the other side as well. And my photos were from a pretty recent trip. I went down to Whitstable to stay with one of my really close Disney friends. I worked with the Disney store for 23 years in the head office. And yeah, so I worked very closely with Denise all that time. And we've continued to see each other after we both left the business. So, which is really lovely. We catch up sort of once a quarter. And Denise has a little flat down in Whitstable, so I went down there for a couple of nights, which was lovely. And we took the bus to Canterbury and had a lovely little wander around, just enjoying, looking at all the lovely buildings, the old buildings and the cathedral, and yeah. So these are the photos from that day. Okay, I've got Paper Snips number 82, and these come with the Foxbox Plus subscription, and you can find all the details about subscribing to the Foxbox over on the website. And yeah, the Foxbox is a monthly subscription, and you get these fabulous acrylic embellishments to your door every month, so you don't miss out. And then if you have the Foxbox Plus, you also get the paper snips and the Fox Cut stencil as well. And there's other benefits too. So yeah, do look at all of that over on the website. Okay, so I've cut out leaves. I've got the toadstools. I've got some acorns there. Now, I started off thinking I was going to sort of create this sort of scene going across, and then I would have my title below it and my journaling, and which is where I was sort of going. And then I'm working on the clusters sort of down the side of the layout here, bringing in some of those very cute Forest Friends perspectives from the set. I've got a little fox there. There's an owl, there's another fox, there's a squirrel. I don't use everything. And then obviously my fussy cut leaves from the paper snips. And I'm also using some of the ephemera from the Bella Boulevard collection as well, building that in too. So you can see where I'm going, but I obviously changed from that. I just felt it was just too much. It just felt too heavy and just wasn't working right because I did have that very vertical design. So I certainly keep this on the side here. Now, I must tell you about this piece here. So that lovely little branch there with the leaves and the acorns on is from the Forest Friends set. But I'd broken off one of the little leaves, and I do add the leaf further down, and you can just see it there down the bottom on the left there. I did add the leaf separately, so yeah. So yeah, just note to self, be careful when you're, working with your perspectives, because some of them are really quite delicate. Okay, so you can see I've moved on and I've gone for this vertical design down on the right side, which I think worked really well and balances that left side, just the way I needed it to. So yeah, that heavy sort of horizontal cluster that I was going for was just too much. Okay, so I'm getting these all stuck down here. I've got that very cute owl that I've just got stuck down. There's one of the toadstools from the Paper Snips. I've got the cute fox here, also from the Forest Friends set. And then the rest is just some of the ephemera and some of the fussy cut leaves from the Paper Snips. So I'm just sort of building that up and creating that really nice vertical cluster. And then I've got my title, Autumn Splendour, and I've got the other little branch with the acorns on that I'm just going to sit under the title there on the right. Get that stuck down now. Obviously, bringing in my T-square just to make sure I've got it nice and straight. Obviously didn't do such a good job getting it straight down on that green piece over on the left there, but hey, that's fine. As you can see, it's really covered up now, so it's not so obvious. So I've got some of the little phrases. They're also on the Paper Snips, and I'm just cutting a few of those out. So I've got beautiful day, stunning, leafy weather, so memorable. And then I'm just raising them up. I'm adding some foam pads to the back, and then I'll sit those over the clusters down on each side. And then so I've got 2 over on the left and 2 on the right. I will add another one in. I add in a slightly longer one. It says wander in fresh air, which is exactly what we were doing. And we were around the town, as I say, in Canterbury, which was lovely along the river. It was really, really beautiful. And of course, you can see it was a glorious day, actually. Really lovely blue sky. Perfect day for a wander and taking photos. Okay, this is where I'm just deciding on that the final phrase I'm going to add in. So yeah, wander in fresh air. So I'm almost done. I'll get that one stuck down, and then I don't think I've got too much left to add. Actually, here I am faffing around, deciding where it's going to go. Oh yeah, thankfully, yeah. Got it stuck down. Okay, I am just adding in a few little enamel dots here, just adding those around my clusters, just in oranges and a sort of a deep burgundy red. And then I will bring in some of the enamel flowers. Here we go. And I'm just using the ones in that sort of deep burgundy red. I think they're the only ones I add in, but yeah, I'm just adding a pop of those in around those 2 clusters. I will then add my journaling below the title, just to talk about, my photos and tell the story effectively. So yeah, something that is important to me. I always add the journaling, whether it's a couple of lines or a bit more detail. I definitely always like to have it on there so that I just remember what we were doing. And of course I add the date. Really helpful when you're putting layouts into an album, because I do that in chronological order. Anyway, here we go, final layout, all done. And yeah, here's some of the close-ups, that lovely Autumn Splendour title. Here's some of the Forest Friend perspectives that you can see there, that cute owl. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.